Okay, good morning to one and all present here.
Good morning, sir.
So I'll just so in the last class we have discussed about basics of feedback amplifier topologies. So in this in that we have seen that four different amplifiers upon giving employing the feedback, how the how to get sample from the output side as well as the input side we have seen. In that we started with the voltage amplifier in which the input as well as output both are voltage. Hence when you're going to take the sample from the output signal which is of voltage type, then we are going to take it in a parallel way. And then when you're going to mix across the input side, so we're going to mix the input voltage signal so across the input side, that is in the series, so that you're going to have a voltage mixing as well as voltage sampling, which is also called as a series shunt configuration. Okay, so and we have seen the examples for that configuration, so circuit configuration we have seen. And next configuration amplifier, this current amplifier, both the input as well as the output both are current signal component. And when you are going to see that current component, so what we can say, so the input as well as output, since it is made up of current, so output from the output, when how to take the sample of the output current is just by connecting like a ammeter circuit or current meter circuit, so that you are going to take from the current sampling at the output will be taken as a series, and the input side we are going to connect in the parallel fashion, so that this configuration is also called as shunt series configuration, is also called as a current mixing current sampling configuration. So and we have seen this circuit diagram, and we have seen that basic for a basic current amplifiers, both will be the current and feedback circuit will be need to sample the current from the output side in a series way, and at input side it is going to be a parallel, so it is called as a shunt series configuration, not series shunt, sorry, shunt series configuration, in which you can see it is also called as a current mixing will take place at the input side, and current sampling is taking at the output side. Hence, it is called as current mixing, current sampling. And this is the corresponding circuit with a common source. Sorry, common gate input configuration. Output of the common gate is given to the um, input to the common source, and then we have given employed a feedback network. In this feedback network you can see it is the output here, it is connected in series, so the load is connected with the series resistance as Rm. So in the output side it is connected in series, whereas for the input side it is connected feedback resistance in parallel. So in this way, so you are going to see an example circuit for this one. And the third configuration, so that is transconductance amplifier. So transconductance means you know that so input will be voltage and output will be the current. So we are going to have output signal source is made up of a current, and input side it is made up of voltage. So we need to sample the output side with the current. So as in the previous case, you are going to take it in a series way at the output side, and since the input to be mixed, so feedback voltage, so feedback need to be mixed in the series the input side. So because of it voltage type of input signal across the input side, so we are going to mix the feedback voltage with the input voltage signal source in series. So it is called as series configuration, is also called as voltage mixing current sampling. So this type of transconductance amplifier, for which we have taken an amplifier. So this is a remote operational amplifier. At the same time, so common gate with the common source configuration paired with the feedback network. So we are going to see. So both the output side we can see it is connected in series at the same time. So this feedback is connected at the input side is also connected in series. So it is called as series feedback. And coming to the last topic, that is the type of amplifier, that is trans resistance amplifier. In this trans resistance, voltage will be current will be the input, and voltage will be the output. It is nothing but current as the input and output is the voltage. So voltage we need to take sample, and current we need to mix across the input side. So voltage taking sampling will be taking place as it of voltage amplifier. So we are going to have a connection feedback amplifier to be connected in parallel way. At the same time, input across the side is sampling. So whenever we are going to have a mixing of this one, so similar to that of current amplifier input side, so you're going to have mixing of current will take place in the parallel, so shunt. So the configuration is called as shunt configuration, and the type it is also called as a current mixing voltage sampling. So this is about this one, and for which we are going to take it as a example circuit as a inverting amplifier. So in this inverting amplifier, sorry, okay, so in this taking it as a inverting amplifier, so the same configuration we can also realize by using FET as well as the BJT as well. So these are the two alternatives. So this is about the example circuit for this all the basic four types of amplifiers we have seen. So after understanding that how the feedback signals need to be connected across the input side as well as output side. So next we are going to see in detail about the feedback configuration. So we have seen all the feedback, four important properties of the feedback right in the beginning of this chapter. So we started with what are the important feedback properties, and we have derived all the among the five, four we have derived, and the fifth one was controlling the input and output impedance. So that was the major thing. So that we are going to see now. So how the on employing the negative feedback. So you are going to be able to control them. How you are going to be able to control the input as well as output impedance. So we are going to see, so on employing negative feedback, how the input impedance as well as output impedance of the corresponding amplifier is going to increase or decrease. So based upon the application of this feedback, so we are going to see the first configuration which you are going to see is nothing but a series shunt feedback. So series across the input side, shunt across the output side. So you should remember shunt configuration at the output side means you should think that it is a voltage type signal, at the series type in the input side. So series shunt configuration, so series shunt configuration ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು, so we are going to have voltage amplifier. First example we are going to take the series shunt amplifier is nothing but a voltage amplifier. So for this for which you are going to have voltage as the input side signal, as well as output side is also voltage. So sampling of the voltage takes place at the shunt, and mixing of the voltage across the input side is nothing but series. So for this corresponding configuration is called as series shunt feedback amplifier, and for this example we have taken as a voltage amplifier. So for this we are going to see first the ideal situation. So for your purpose you have to understand only the qualitatively. So that means qualitatively means no need of thinking about the practical scenario. So only qualitative means ideal situation you can see, and you can see how the input impedance as well as output impedance is going to vary. So no need of practical situation or practical circuits and all. So just understand the ideal situation. So for this ideal structure of the series shunt feedback amplifier, so you can see this is the ideal structure of the feedback amplifier. So you can see this is the ideal structure. So in this what is that, so we are going to have input signal source denoted as Vs. So along with that you can see this is the main amplifier circuit. So this is nothing but a main amplifier circuit. So for this main amplifier circuit, what is the input? So input is nothing but a Vi. So what is Vi? So we know that already in the when we started with the general feedback structure. So we have seen what is input voltage Vi. So or this is nothing but a error signal voltage. So Vi is nothing but error voltage. So error voltage is happening because of what? So mixing of Vs and Vf. So Vs minus Vf, that will be equal to the Vi. So effective input voltage Vi. So for this amplifier, so normally we know that for any amplifier, so we are going to have input resistance associated with that. So that input resistance of the amplifier, open loop amplifier. So this is, you can see, this is nothing but an amplifier. A corresponds to open loop amplifier, so that means a normal amplifier. So for which you're going to have an input resistance Ri, and for which the input voltage developed is Vi. So Vi will be equal to Vs minus Vf, and the current which is flowing across the input side of the amplifier is Ii. So Ii and Vi, so that gives the input resistance of the amplifier as Ri. So this input voltage, so this is a series shunt configuration. So voltage across the input side will be amplified across the output side. So that is what you are going to give at the output side. So A times of Vi, it is nothing but the output voltage. V naught will be equal to A times multiply with Vi. So Vi is the input voltage and A is the gain of this corresponding amplifier. So A into Vi, that gives the output voltage, and correspondingly the output amplifier will be having the output resistance as well. So that is the R naught. So this R naught is a is with respect to this amplifier, so output resistance, and this resistance Ri is with respect to amplifier input resistance and amplifier output resistance. So the entire thing I am just mentioning it as a amplifier circuit. Okay, so this is about the inside the block diagram of the amplifier you will be having, and for which you will be getting the output. So this output voltage you will be getting across the load resistance, so that is nothing but a V naught. Okay, so that is V naught. Okay, so some sampling of this going to taken as an input. So some of the output, so which is connected across RL, so that output, so we're going to take the sample of output voltage means we are going to connect in parallel. So this is the feedback network. So before going to this, we are going to see what is feedback network. So for this feedback network, so this is a general block diagram only. So you have to recall the general block diagram of the feedback structure. So this is a feedback network for which input is nothing but voltage across output voltage of the amplifier is given as input, and the feedback voltage is nothing but it is going to have beta times of V naught. So this feedback voltage is nothing but the output of the feedback network. So Vf is nothing but the output of this feedback network. Vf will be equal to beta times of V naught. So V naught is input to the feedback network. So beta is the gain of the feedback network. So beta times of V naught will be the output. So that will be equal to Vf. So that is the feedback voltage. So this feedback voltage will be mixing across the input side. That is, it is going to have the you're going to take the difference when you're employing a negative feedback. So we are going to see that Vs minus Vf. So across the input side, you're going to mix across the input side, so that the input signal source gets subtracted with the Vf, and then resulting error signal will be called as the error voltage Vi. So Vs minus Vf will be equal to Vi, so that Vi is going to be amplified again. So this is about the general feedback structure. So since the output is voltage and input is also voltage, so we are going to see the sampling of the output voltage signal will takes place by connecting the feedback in the parallel line. So we are going to employ the feedback network. The input of the feedback network is given, which is connected to the output of the amplifier in a shunt fashion, and across the input side it is mixing. So it is going to connect the feedback signal voltage is going to mix across input side in the series way. So this is about the ideal structure, and this corresponds to the feedback network beta circuit, that is a feedback network circuit, and this is nothing but the amplifier circuit denoted as this. So now on employing this, so we have obtained certain feedback, right? So when you employ negative feedback, we have obtained gain, that is given by what?
Sneh,
Sir, sir, good morning, sir.
Sneh.
Sir, good morning, sir. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sneh.
Sir.
PPT ಮಾಡಿ
Sir.
PPT
Okay, sir. PPT PDF ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ sir.
ಇದು ಯಾವ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್?
So third module, sir.
ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್.
sir.
CO3 ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ?
ಹೌದು ಸರ್, CO3 ಕವರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಬ್ಲೂಮ್ಸ್ ಟಾಕ್ಸಾನಮಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ?
K3 ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
K3 ನಾ?
ಸರ್.
ಸರಿ ಸರಿ ಸರಿ
ಸರಿ ಸರ್. ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್.
ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ, ಸರಿ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. Okay, so where I was, okay, so I was just explaining about the feedback network. In this feedback network, so we can see general feedback structure. So this is nothing but amplifier circuit, and this is nothing but feedback circuit. And this for this, when you employ the feedback network, so for this general feedback structure, if you consider, so you will be getting certain gain, right? That the gain is denoted as what? Negative feedback. So that is a gain with feedback you will be getting. So we have already derived this expression for this negative feedback. So negative feedback is given by what? So AF will be having the gain. So with respect to the main amplifier, so if you consider the feedback gain, so we are going to write this corresponding the circuit with the corresponding equivalent gain with feedback. So this is the equivalent circuit of the above circuit. So wherein which you can see on employing the feedback network, so the gain is going to change. So that gain is given by what? AF, which will be equal to A divided by 1 plus A into beta. So this is nothing but the negative feedback. So at the same time, so on employing the feedback network, so on employing the feedback circuitry, so we can also see there is changes in the input resistance as well as output resistance. So you can see that there is a reduction of gain as well as a noise reduction, nonlinear reduction, as well as everything it is going to happen. So at the same time, so when you employ the negative feedback, so you can also see that the input resistance as well as the output resistance of the open loop amplifier will also get modified. So this is the thing which we need to find out. So on employing the feedback structure, so on employing the feedback structure, you are going to experience there is change in the input resistance as well as the output resistance of the feedback structure. So this is the series shunt feedback structure. So this is the equivalent circuit of the above circuit. So this is the above circuit is nothing but a general feedback for an voltage amplifier. So all the terms has been represented over here. So now if I see, so what is the input resistance for the on employing the feedback, that is going to be given as a resistance, input resistance with feedback. So we are going to represent over here with RIF. So RIF is nothing but input resistance with feedback, and this is the output resistance with feedback. Okay, so ROF corresponds to the output resistance. On employing this feedback structure, so you are going to obtain the we are going to get the output resistance with feedback. So that is going to be calculated in here. So from the output side, so that it is going to given as a ROF. So that is nothing but resistance with output resistance with feedback. At the same time, so input resistance with feedback is also to be appear across the input side. So that is given by RIF. So input resistance, it was just equal to Ri. Now on employing the feedback network, so the new resistance you are going to get, so that is nothing but the feedback input resistance, and the output resistance is also going to alter. So that is the resistance which you are going to get is R naught, that is output resistance with feedback. So whether you people are understanding, so the modified equivalent circuit I am just representing over here. So this is going to have, so the input signal is Vs, output is V naught. So as usual it is a voltage amplifier, so I am going to represent Vs as the input side and output is V naught. And generally for, so entire together whatever it is there, right? So together two blocks, so combined you are going to get the gain. So for which you are going to have a input resistance as a RIF, that is nothing but input resistance with feedback, and output resistance with feedback, it is denoted as ROF, and this is nothing but the gain. So feedback gain. So in here AF corresponds to what? So AF corresponds to the feedback gain. So that is a factor of input voltage which you are going to apply. So input voltage we are going to apply as Vs. So it is getting amplified to produce the output voltage V naught. So you're going to have AF times of Vs. So feedback gain into Vs. So that is the amplified version of the input signal. So that is nothing but the output voltage you are going to get. So this is about the equivalent circuit. So this is about the equivalent circuit of the series shunt configuration. So this is entire thing, whatever general feedback structure is there. So this is with respect to amplifier as well as the beta feedback network on employing. So correspondingly equivalent circuit we are going to represent. And one more thing we should remember is this feedback network. So this feedback network is not going to load the amplifier. So it is not going to load the amplifier, indicating what? So this amplifier will be having its own input resistance as well as output resistance. So whenever the load is connected, so this load is going to be associated with the amplifier itself, as well as this feedback network is not going to load the main amplifier. So that is the one thing you should remember. Okay, so now we will see. So what is the situation? So what is series shunt feedback amplifier? In this, so whether people are understanding or what? So started with four basic feedback amplifier in the today class, and now I'm just starting in dealing with the series shunt configuration. So what on employing the negative feedback, so how the input and output impedance or output resistance is going to control by the negative feedback, we are going to see today class. Okay. So ideal series shunt feedback amplifier I have shown, in which it is a unilateral amplifier. So unilateral open loop amplifier means whenever you are not having any feedback from the output and input, then that type of amplifier is called as a open loop amplifier. So it contains a unilateral open loop amplifier, that is the amplifier circuit, and as well as ideal voltage mixing, voltage sampling feedback network. So this is the what type of feedback network it is? Ideal feedback network, which is having voltage mixing across the input side as well as voltage sampling across the output side. So that type of feedback network we are going to have, that is nothing but the feed beta, that is the feedback circuit. So amplifier, open loop amplifier, and this is nothing but a feedback circuit, ideal feedback circuit. And now the circuit, so amplifier circuit is having the input resistance Ri, voltage gain A. So gain A is nothing but what? So open loop amplifier gain, and output resistance is given as what? So output resistance of the amplifier proper is R0. And also it is assumed that source and load resistance, so source and load resistance have been included in the amplifier circuit. That means for an open loop amplifier, whatever the load experienced from the source side as well as the load side, that is at the input side, that is the source, as well as the output side, it is connected as a load. So both will be included in the amplifier circuit itself. So that means across the input side Ri will be including the source resistance as well, and across the output side R0 will be including the load resistance also. So it is assumed. So okay, so when we are going to discuss about the ideal situation, we have considered Ri to include source as well as R0 to include load resistance. And another important thing is that, so beta, so that is the feedback circuit will not going to load, does not load the amplifier circuit. So this is not going to process anything on the output side. So this feedback network is not going to load the amplifier, main amplifier circuit. That is the meaning. So apart from normal load across the output side as well as the source load across the input side, so the amplifier is not having any other loads, like feedback network is not going to load the amplifier circuit. And for this amplifier, the gain which you are going to get A, which will be equal to V naught by Vi. So since we know that this is output is voltage and input is also voltage, so the gain which is going to get, that is the amplifier circuit gain, is nothing but V naught by Vi. So that is nothing but the output voltage to input voltage. This is nothing but a gain of the amplifier, main amplifier circuit. So this is nothing but a gain of the amplifier circuit, so which is nothing but, so V naught by Vi. Is it clear? So next is we are going to find out the ideal feedback model of the figure 7.1b. So ideal feedback model is given by this. Okay, so ideal feedback model, so for which Vs is input, V naught is the output, and RIF is nothing but the feedback input resistance with feedback and output resistance with feedback, and that is nothing but a gain. The gain is of what? So gain is negative feedback gain. Okay, so that thing, same thing you are going to learn here. So the gain, negative feedback gain is given by what? So AF is equal to V naught by Vs. So V naught by Vs is given as what? So this is the negative feedback gain. So this gain will be common for any type of amplifier configuration, whether it is a voltage amplifier with feedback, or a current amplifier with feedback, trans conductance amplifier with feedback, or trans resistance with feedback. So for all these general feedback gain expression we have obtained in the beginning of the class itself. So that is the feedback gain is A divided by 1 plus A into beta. Okay, and also we know that in the previous oscillator circuits and all we have seen, so A and beta will be how much the loop gain. So the loop gain, when you are going to calculate the loop gain A into beta, so we are going to have the main A and beta will be having a reciprocal unit. So that means A will be equal to 1 over beta. So A will be equal to 1 over beta means, so we are going to have a loop gain. Between the gain, how much the gain is going to amplify the same amount of the beta, that is feedback network, is going to reduce the gain by that factor itself. So that for a loop gain to be equal to 1, so to be the loop gain, so we are going to consider that A and beta are equal to reciprocal units. So we will be having the reciprocal units. Thus, in fact, so the loop gain is going to have A into beta, so that is dimensionless. So even the voltage amplifier, if A is a voltage amplifier, voltage signal, and beta is also considered as a voltage signal only. So they will be having a dimensionless quantity. So the gain, so resulting in a dimensionless loop gain. The loop gain will be always dimensionless because A and beta, since A and beta both are reciprocal units, so A is also gain, beta is also gain, so voltage by voltage or current by current, so you'll be having a dimensionless quantity as a loop gain as a dimensionless quantity. And now the equivalent circuit also we have seen that they have to include input and output resistance with feedback, and then we are going to find out what is input resistance now. So now we are going to find out on employing the negative feedback. So observe that AF is the open circuit voltage gain of the feedback circuit. So AF is the open circuit voltage gain of the feedback amplifier, and RIF as well as ROF denote the input and output resistance with feedback. So this is not open circuit, so here they have just written wrong. So okay, it is a feedback circuit voltage gain. Okay, so feedback amplifier is the, oh sorry, open circuit voltage gain of feedback. So correct it is. So it is a feedback amplifier in the open circuit voltage gain AF. So open circuit voltage gain means what? So without excluding the load resistance, so whatever you're going to find out, that is nothing but open circuit voltage gain, right? So that is the same thing. So AF corresponds to open circuit voltage gain of feedback amplifier, and RIF as well as ROF corresponds to input and output resistance with feedback. So RIF as well as ROF corresponds to input resistance with feedback, and AF. So here I have not connected any load resistance over here. So that is why I am going to tell this AF as what? So open circuit voltage gain, because I am not loading any RL, that is load resistance have not been included. So the gain which you are going to get from this is called as feedback amplifier gain with open circuit voltage gain with open circuit voltage gain of the feedback amplifier. So now we need to find out the relationship between RIF as well as RI. So RIF and RI, what are these quantity? RIF is nothing but the RIF is nothing but a input resistance with feedback. So what is the input resistance with feedback, and RI is what? So RI is nothing but the input resistance of the amplifier. That means you are going to find out so relation between RIF as well as RI to show that how the input resistance is going to be modified. That means you can able to, for any amplifier, the input resistance of the amplifier will get modified upon feedback circuit. The same thing you're going to find out the relation for input resistance with feedback with input resistance of the amplifier. So RIF is given by what? So you have to go through this one. So RIF is given by what? So RIF is be equal to Vs by II, right? So Vs by II. So what is this Vs? Vs is the input voltage, and the current which is flowing over here is nothing but II. So II is the current. So again you can see, so Vs is the input voltage, and II is, so again you have to consider, so in order to have the relation between RIF as well as RI, so again you just consider in this figure itself. So don't go in the below figure, so you can easily understand with this one. So RIF is the input resistance with feedback. For this input resistance with feedback, what is the input voltage? So Vs is the input voltage, current is II. So RIF will be equal to Vs by II. So Vs by II. So II is the current. So II is the current. So II is the current for which you're going to develop the voltage across Ri is Vi. Okay, so this II current which is flowing across the Ri, so that is going to have a voltage Vi. So this voltage Vi is nothing but what? So Vs minus Vf, that gives the voltage Vi. So this is the input voltage, that is the error voltage across the input side of the amplifier, and current II is flowing for this one. So consider again this expression, RIF will be equal to Vs by II. So Vs, keep it as it is. What is II? So II is given by what? So Vi by Ri. So II is what? So II, that is the input of the input current of the amplifier. So II will be equal to, there is a current that is flowing across the input side of the amplifier, that is equal to Vi by Ri. So II is equal to Vi by Ri. So substitute over here. So you will be getting Ri into Vs by Vi. So what is this Vs? So you have to represent. So what is this Vs? So this is the source voltage. So Vs will be equal to what? Vs minus Vf will be equal to Vi. The correct term. So input source voltage subtracted with the feedback voltage, because it is negative feedback. So input voltage subtract with the Vf, that will be giving as the error voltage as Vi. So I am going to write. So now Vs he has asked. Vs will be equal to what? Vf plus, this minus will go to the right hand side, means so Vs plus Vi it will happen. So Vs plus Vf. So Vs plus, sorry, Vs will be equal to Vf feedback voltage plus input voltage. What is this feedback voltage? So this is the output of the feedback voltage, right? So this is the output of the feedback network Vf. Vf will be given by what? Beta into V naught. So beta into V naught. So what is this V naught? So V naught is that A times of Vi. So A into beta times of Vi, I can write it as a Vf. So Vi plus Vf will be equal to, so Vi plus Vf will be equal to beta times A time, beta into A into Vi will be getting as this expression. So taking Vi as a common, so you will be getting, so Vi get cancel, and you will be resulting the input side, you will be getting RIF will be equal to Ri into 1 plus A beta. So this equation what it indicates, so this is the input resistance with feedback. So this is the input resistance with feedback will be equal to, what is the input resistance with feedback? So that is the input resistance with feedback is this equivalent circuit. So input resistance with feedback will be equal to Ri multiply with 1 plus A beta. So Ri multiply with 1 plus A beta means, so without feedback, if you are considered, suppose if you are not employed any feedback, the input resistance of the amplifier will be just equal to Ri. But now when you employ the negative feedback, so the input resistance of the entire circuit is now going to be equal to RIF, that will be equal to Ri multiplied with 1 plus A beta. That means the input resistance has with feedback increase the input resistance across the amplifier. So when you employ the negative feedback, so when you employ the negative feedback, so this is the meaning. So when you employ the negative feedback, the overall input resistance with feedback, so that means the feedback, it is going to increase the input resistance of the amplifier. So increase the input resistance of amplifier by a factor of 1 plus A beta. So A and beta will be always greater than 1. So Ri multiply with A into beta, that gives the feedback resistance with input resistance with feedback to be very larger value. Is it clear? So this is what the meaning. So this is how the feedback is going to control the input and output impedance. So in order to prove that input, how the feedback is going to control the input and output impedance, we have taken the series shunt configuration, and then we have obtained the equivalent circuit of that feedback, and we are going to find out the relation between the Ri and Rf. So when we obtain the Rif, so we are going to see that, so this is the input side we are going to see. So input side again Vs by Ii, so that is the source voltage, and the current is flowing is Ii, and then we are going to find out what is Ii, so Vi by Ri. So Vi by Ri substitute model, you will be getting this as this one expression. Now we can see Vs by Vi. So Vs is nothing but Vs minus Vf will be equal to Vi. So Vs, I want to have the expression, means Vs will be equal to Vi plus Vf. So that is input voltage Vi plus feedback voltage Vf I am going to have. So this is nothing but Vf. So what is this Vf? Vf is equal to, so if I want to see the expression, so this is a Vf is nothing but the output of the feedback network. So Vf will be equal to what? Beta times of V naught. So I can write this V naught in terms of Vi, because V naught is given by this expression. So this is nothing but a V naught. V naught is the input we have given. So V naught is equal to what? A times of Vi. So I can write A into beta times of Vi. So Vi plus beta A into beta times of Vi. So you'll be getting this as the input resistance with feedback. So input resistance with feedback is going to increase the value of input resistance by a factor of 1 plus A beta. So without feedback, so input resistance was equal to Ri. Now the input resistance with feedback in this series shunt configuration, so you can see there is increase in the resistance, that is by a factor of 1 plus A beta. So normally what is the general scenario of an selection of operation or selection of an amplifier? So selection of an amplifier indicates what? So high input impedance is required. So high input impedance is required means suppose assume, so this is 1 mega ohm, so sorry, 10 kilo ohms if it is there, and A into beta it is going to have 10 kilo ohms means, so you will be getting 10 into 10, so 100 kilo ohms you will be getting, so or else you will be getting 1 megahertz. So 1 megahertz as a input, 1 mega ohms as a input frequency. So this is how you are going to increase the input impedance. At the same time, now we need to find out what is ROF. So input resistance we have seen now. So similar way we need to find out output resistance with feedback. So output resistance with feedback ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? So how we are going to calculate? So in the second chapter when I was discussing the amplifier circuit ಅಲ್ಲಿ, so what is the procedure I have just told? So output resistance calculation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದಾಗ, so we are going to remove this signal source. Signal source na remove ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, so I'm going to make it as short circuit, and I'm going to remove this VS. If I am going to remove the VS, so I am going to not get any I'm not going I am VS remove ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು test circuit voltage I need to apply across the output side, and then we need to find out the output resistance. So that is the procedure I have just told when I was discussing to find out the output resistance calculation. So when I was doing in characterizing the amplifier, so I just told input resistance, so output resistance we are going to do that like that. So now also we are going to obtain, we are going to follow the same procedure. So we are going to connect one test circuit voltage and apply a current that is flowing. So how much the current is going to be drawn, and what will be the voltage across this terminal, so that determines the resistance of the output resistance of the circuit. So the same way, so we are going to find out the output resistance. So now we have obtained, it follows that the relationship between RIF and RI is functioned only by the method of mixing. We shall discuss in the later section how and all it is going to be. So now on employing okay, so on employing the test circuit, so now the procedure is we need to find out the relationship between the RIF as well as RI. We have obtained already. So that is a feedback resistance, input resistance with feedback, and input resistance we have found out. So now the same thing how it can be represented in terms of impedances. So the same thing I am just representing in terms of impedance. So resistance value has been removed with the impedance. So ZIF of S will be equal to Zi of S into 1 plus A of S into beta of S. So this is how you are going to get the input resistance with feedback in terms of impedance calculation we are going to get. Okay, so now we can find out the output resistance with feedback. So now on we are going to obtain the relationship between ROF and R0. So R0 and ROF we are going to find out, so that we are going to obtain so the input signal source to be connected as 0. So for this circuit, so if I'm going to connect Vs is equal to 0 on the, so this feedback RIF will not come into effect, and we are going to have the output side expression as this. So A times of Vi will be there. So A times of Vi. So now if you consider, so this entire thing I am going to reset to 0. So only the output side. So I am just considering this figure only. So not the equivalent circuit. So this figure I am going to apply the test circuit voltage, and R0 will be the output resistance you will be having, and this will be the gain expression. So A times of Vi as the Vi will be getting, and R0 you will be getting as the output resistance. So whether you people are understanding or what? So I am going to apply the test circuit voltage. Hello, students, whether you are listening or what?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not able to find wait a minute. Okay. So in order to find out the output resistance of the amplifier proper, I am going to connect the test circuit output voltage VT. So this is a VT corresponds to test output circuit voltage, and I is the current that is flowing inside the output side. So since VS is not there, so I am going to remove that one. So this will be the thing you are going to obtain the equivalent relation. So ROF will be corresponding to what? So this is the output with feedback I need to find out. So ROF will be equal to what? So VT by II. So correct. So this is the only voltage source is applicable now, because Vs is reset to 0 means, so that means I am removed Vs, that is short circuited mode there. So only voltage which I am applying across output side is nothing but Vt, and I is the current. So even if you employ any feedback structure also, so this will be considered as the voltage source, and this will be the output voltage, so Vt. So because we are taking it as a parallel now, so this is the output voltage Vt divided by the current that is flowing from this source, that is I. So that gives them feedback output resistance with feedback. So now if I want to find out what is Vt, Vt is known. What is the amount of current? If I find out, then I can easily find out the resistance. So I is equal to what? So I is the current that is flowing over here. So I will be equal to, so this Vt minus A times of Vi, correct? So I is equal to what? The current is flowing in this direction means you can see, so Vt is a potential across one side, another side potential is A times of Vi. So A is the amplifier gain, Vi is the input error voltage. So error voltage is not equal to 0. Okay? So error voltage is given by what? Vi will be equal to what? So Vs minus Vf. So feedback voltage, since feedback voltage is still there, so I cannot write Vi is equal to 0. So it is Vi is not only dependent on Vs term, it is also dependent upon the feedback output of the feedback term. It is also dependent upon the output of the feedback. Since the feedback is connected, and we know that some output voltage, we have connected one test circuit voltage. So that test circuit voltage, based upon that test circuit voltage, it is going to amplify in the feedback network, and it is going to provide error voltage. Vs will be 0, 0 minus of Vf, it is going to coming as the Vi. So we cannot consider Vi is equal to 0 in this expression. Is it clear? So A times of Vi will be there. So A times of Vi will be across one node, and across this, so Vt will be there. So I will be equal to Vt minus A times of Vi. So I am going to write I is equal to V by R. So V is nothing but Vt minus A times of Vi. R is nothing but this output resistance R naught. So R naught I am going to retain as it is. Okay, so now we need to find out what is A times of Vi. So because test circuit voltage is known, so what is A times of Vi we need to find out. So A times of Vi. So Vi is nothing but what? So error voltage. So Vi will be equal to what? Vs minus Vf. Vs is 0 minus of Vf. Vf is equal to what? Vf is equal to beta times of V0. So V0 is what? In this case, V0 I have just connected the test circuit output voltage. So Vf will be equal to beta times of Vt. Okay, so Vt. So Vs minus Vf, so minus of Vf and minus Vt you are going to get. So Vi will be equal to minus Vf, correct? So because Vs minus Vf is there, Vs is 0, so minus Vf is the will be equal to Vi. So what is Vf? So what is Vf? This Vf is equal to beta times of V0. So V0 is what? So beta times of Vt. So Vt is nothing but the output voltage in this case. So I am going to have minus beta times of Vt. So minus beta times of Vt, I can substitute as Vi. So in this case, Vt minus A times of Vi is what? So Vi in this expression I can substitute as Vt. Okay, so minus into minus. So this here minus is there, and here this minus is there. So it will get plus A into beta times of Vt will be getting. So Vt I can take it as a common, 1 plus A beta will be getting. So R naught will be, so R naught of F is equal to what? So again come back to this expression. So Vt by I is there. So Vt as it is. So Vt as it is, you write I is given by this expression. So this expression substitute in the denominator. So Vt will be common, 1 plus A beta. So R naught will go to the numerator. So resulting output resistance with feedback will be R naught F, which will be equal to R naught divided by 1 plus A into beta. Is it clear? So R naught is the feedback output resistance with feedback, which will be equal to, which is going to be equal to R naught divided by 1 plus A beta. So when you look at this expression, the output resistance will be something. Okay, so for any amplifier, some output resistance will be there for that amplifier. For that amplifier, it is going to reduce by a factor of 1 plus a beta. So that means on employing the negative feedback, it is still reduces the output resistance by a factor of 1 plus a beta. So this is very important, right? So always, so ideal characteristics of amplifier, operational amplifier we have seen. So input impedance must be very high, output impedance must be low, right? So that is the ideal characteristics of an amplifier. The same thing here also. So when you employ negative feedback, the output resistance is still reduced by a factor of 1 plus a beta. Whereas input resistance input resistance of the amplifier with feedback is going to increase by a factor of 1 plus a beta. So Ri is the input resistance of the amplifier, but on employing the feedback, so you're going to increase the feedback, the input resistance by a factor of 1 plus a beta. That means input resistance, input side only input resistance is going to increase. At the output side, the output resistance is going to be reduced by a factor of 1 plus a beta. So this clearly states that for an ideal series shunt amplifier, on employing a negative feedback, it is going to control the input and output impedance. So controlling is what? So it is going to increase the input side by a factor of 1 plus a beta, and at the output side, the output resistance is going to be reduced by a factor of 1 plus a beta. So this in this way, it is going to still increase the input resistance across the input side, and it is going to reduce the output resistance across the output side on employing the negative feedback. So this feedback is going to control in this way. So increasing the input impedance and decreasing the output impedance. So the same way in terms of feedback output impedance, if I am going to write, so Z of will be equal to Z naught divided by 1 plus A of S into beta of S. This will be the impedance expression for this output resistance. Is it clear? So if you understand this, so another configuration is also there. So if you understand this, it will be useful. So it is so in this way you can able to say that the on employing the negative feedback, it is going to control the input and output impedance. For series shunt configuration we have seen. Okay, so same way, so series feedback amplifier also we can see. So before that I will just go through the syllabus copy. So whether in the syllabus copy what is has been given, so whether to talk with respect to all the amplifiers or just okay, we'll see this syllabus copy. So that is all about the feedback amplifier. So we are in now in the third feedback amplifier. So series shunt, series only qualitative. So we have to analyze, that's it. So if I just complete this one, so I am going to complete about half of the module of third module. After that I can go with the output stage and power amplifier stage. Okay. Uh, Okay, just go through again with feedback configuration itself. So now it is the series feedback. So one thing you should remember. So now, so what is the important thing that you have to remember is, so series shunt configuration. It is right. This is series shunt feedback amplifier. So series at the input side and shunt at the output side. So what we have concluded. So series at the input side ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ so input resistance is increased by a factor ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So this is how you can remember for any amplifier configuration if they ask directly. So you can say that the series shunt configuration ಅಂದರೆ, so what will be the input resistance with feedback ಅಂತಿದಂಗೆ you can say that series, since the input side it is in connected in series, you can directly without derivation you have to remember that. So output input side you have to increase by a factor of 1 plus a beta ಅನ್ನೋದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. So output is of shunt type, so the output resistance in this case is reduced by a factor of 1 plus a beta times on the ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಬೇಕು. So the same thing I will just show in the next also, so that you will come to know. So series shunt configuration means input resistance is going to be increased by a factor of 1 plus a beta. Shunt at the output side determines that output when you are going to ask to derive, right, at that time. So in your mindset only should come series means the output expression should have RIF will be equal to RI into 1 plus a beta ಅಂತ ನೆನಪಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. That expression will be the final result expression ಇರಬೇಕು. R naught of F will be equal to ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಬೈ 1 ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎ ಬೀಟಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಫೈನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿರೈವೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್. So now we'll see what is series feedback amplifier. So what is this series feedback amplifier? So you have to think that output is series. So what type of signal it should be? So it can be voltage or current. So in that case, so series amplifier corresponds to what? So series corresponds to transconductance amplifier. So transconductance amplifier ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? So you'll be having output side, so it is nothing but the current. So current will be sampling in series, and input side is voltage, so it is also series. So in this what is the main thing you should remember is, since the input side is also series and the output side is also series, so what is the meaning? So that means input side you have to get the RIF will be equal to RI into 1 plus A beta times you should get. At the same time, output is also going to have R0 F will be equal to R0 into 1 plus A beta times you will be getting. So that is the main thing. Beginning only I have told. So when we derive, we will come to know the same thing what I have told right now. So series feedback amplifier, okay, so general feedback structure ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. So this is the transconductance amplifier. So at the input side it is voltage, so that is a voltage signal, and it is going to have a error voltage Vi, and it is going to have a current flowing across the main amplifier circuit is Ii, and this is the feedback voltage that is mixing across the input side is Vf, that is Vs minus Vf will be equal to Vi. So that will be amplified by the amplifier, main amplifier, so that you will be getting A times of Vi as the output. Since the output is current, so the R0 is going to have a Norton equivalent circuit, so that is A into Vi will be parallel with the R0. So this is the output current you will be getting. So output current ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, so we are going to have a feedback network. So feedback network is having input as a current sample it has to perform. So current sample ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, so we are going to do in series. So sampling of this we are going to connect in series. So this will be acting as an input to this feedback network. So output will be beta times of I naught. So that is the feedback loop. So here what is the output? We are going to get as a output as a voltage, feedback voltage you should get. Input is current. So you can see for this input is voltage, output is current. So for this input is current, output is voltage. So that you can say that A and beta both are reciprocal. So A and B, A into beta ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ reciprocal ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So that means the loop gain will be dimensionless quantity. So dimensionless quantity ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ, so I naught by Vi will be getting as the amplifier gain, and multiply with beta is nothing but what? So Vf divided by I naught ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So voltage will get cancelled, current will get cancelled, so that you will be getting the loop gain A into beta as a dimensionless quantity. So that thing you should remember. So A and beta, so always it will be a dimensionless quantity. And this is nothing but a feedback network. So feedback network input is current, output is voltage. So this is the general structure. And this will, here you will be having what? So this will be having a RIF across this one. For RIF again, no need of deriving. So you have already derived in this series shunt configuration. In the previous configuration is series shunt configuration ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. So in that we have derived the expression for input, how to calculate for the input resistance. So this is the RIF. So across this RIF will be there. So RIF ಗೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ input, so input is signal voltage Vs, and current that is flowing is Ia. So we need to find out what is Ia. Ia is nothing but Vi by Ri, and you can derive the same expression. You can write the same expression which you have calculated in the series shunt configuration previous. The same equation holds good over here. Okay, so I'll just take it, already time of 10:51 it is. So we'll meet you in the next class. Any doubt is there, you can ask. So are you having any doubts? Okay. So with this I'll just conclude today's session. I'll just wind up today's class. Okay, thank you. Bye.